Totally helps when you do a live show and you actually have yourself up on the screen. And I'm gonna move my screen actually over here, so it looks like I'm looking at you guys. So right now, we're at New Comic Book Day. Why? With comic news. First time back in like 3 weeks, and yeah, it's just been busy. Life's been busy. That's really all I can say for that. I am actually right now in the middle of playing a game on my mobile phone. I must be addicted because I couldn't stop it to do my live stream. Um, but yeah, news, right? We should have some news. Bruce Campbell recently came out with a statement saying that he has cancer. Didn't go into too much of detail, but did say that even though it wasn't curable, it was treatable. So he had a very positive outlook on the whole thing, and so that was good. It was good to hear, and it seems like he's going to work really hard to get healthy, promote his new movie coming up, and then he'll get back to kind of doing the things he's done for a while. Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah. My heart goes out to Bruce Campbell because that sucks. Cancer sucks, by the way. And don't forget, when you can, support C3 because that's a big thing that's out there. Comics Curing Cancer. Look out for them. Also, Dagger out there, right? He's Canadian, whatever that means. He's been out there doing lots of stuff to promote, hospitals out there, do some work for them, and at the same time, he's doing it in honor of his dad who died from esophageal cancer. So, keep a lookout. Lots of people in the comic community doing good things for the community and to fight cancer. Okay. In better news, or not better news, but in more uplifting news, I guess. There's going to be a comic team up with Hulk, Spider-Man, Punisher. It's going to be a Spider-Man book, Spider-Man Long Way Home. And then we also have Jonathan Hickman and Adam Kubert working on, I believe, that same book. And I guess lastly, we'll leave you with Mike Richardson. Let go from Dark Horse. And he's one of the original founders of Dark Horse. So that's a crazy thing, right? Founded the company. But yeah, I guess they decided that he wasn't getting the job done anymore. And so the shareholders and the stakeholders decided to let him go. And that's been comic news. Wait, I do have you can tell I haven't done this in a while. Because I would have had this all already. There we go. That was your comic news. All right, guys. All right, let's get into what we're doing today. All right. So I actually was going to go to the comic book store today, and I was on my way, had my shoes on, was ready to peel out. And then I remembered it's been weeks since I've actually really dove deep into the comics I already have. So I have not been reading as many comics as I should. And so I figured, why not take this time to actually bag and board and go through some of these comics I haven't read so that we, or I, can figure out a game plan on what to read. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's do this. So I got some bags ready. Got some boards ready. I got a box of comics over here. We're gonna kick it off by getting into these books. Has anybody out there watched the show on FX? It's also on Hulu. The Beauty. You know, it's based on an indie comic called The Beauty, which actually right now Ignition Press is doing a volume of The Beauty, but I believe it's the second volume of The Beauty. So, and that by I believe it is the second volume of The Beauty. The first volume came out a while ago. All right. I have to hook up my dongle. Not today, but at another time. What is that life? Realization. Laugh track. I mean, applause track. There is no laugh track. All right, little music in the background. Hopefully everybody out there is having a great time. Let's get into some books. So that's what this show's about, showing off some newer books. This is Catwoman, number 84, Homeward Bound. Is it Teresa Grumbeck? I always forget her first name. Or is it like Thorson? I think I came up with Thorson because Grunbeck did Thor, right? Odin's son for a while. So maybe that's why I thought that was her name. Anyway, it's Torun Grunbeck. With art by Patricio Del Peixe. But what they've been doing in this book is giving us a peek into the past Catwoman, some of the past aliases, some of the past crews she's run with. I think it's been about the last 15 or so issues that have been delving into that. Right? So we keep getting these past stories of kind of what shapes Selena Kyle. And I tell you what, the artwork is good. It's really good, especially this issue. It kind of gives us that vibe, that older vibe. Excuse me, guys, while I adjust my lighting. Maybe. There it is. Get a little bit more intimate in here. There you go. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Catwoman series. I have most of the issues. I'm pretty sure I have every issue from like 20 up, and then I have like 1 through 5. I'm missing a few earlier issues. So if I really want to complete this run, I have to go back and look at it. But you know, Catwoman by Torun Grunbeck, definitely a good book to check out. I would recommend it, especially if you're a Catwoman fan. If you're enjoying Catwoman, totally worth an investment. If you're into the Batman lore, right? You want to know what's happening in the world of Batman. Also a good book to read. I wouldn't say it's 100% completely tied into Batman, but it definitely is part of the Batman universe. And it's letting you know there are some crossovers. Batman shows up in the book. When it's in the present day, but for the most part, recently it's been in the past. All right, next up, we got Rat City. If you're looking for a Spawn title that is like straight up 90s Spawn, this is probably it right here. Rat City. Rat City. And I mean, Rat City's pretty much the locale, right, that Spawn is patrolling. I haven't really read this book in quite a while. I think the last issue I read was like 7. I'm so far behind. I really should just I don't want to say dump the title, but I should probably dump it. I could always pick up trades and finish it off later. But it's just hard to, I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to say no to some of these Spawn books. And it's a quick read, honestly. So if I ever wanted to catch up on this book, I think I could. I probably should. I've been putting together all my Spawn books anyway, so that makes for a quick read. There's just so many Spawn books out there at this time. Just so many Spawn books in the Spawn universe. And it's a little cray cray. All right, here's a book that I'm ashamed I haven't read yet. Ultimate Spider-Man number 24, because this is the last issue of Ultimate Spider-Man in the Spider-Man universe, in the Ultimate universe, if you will. So I'm a little ashamed to say I have not finished it yet. I still need to read this last one. But it looks like we do have an epic battle. I don't want to ruin it because it is the last one, between Kingpin and Spidey there, right? We do have some guest characters here. I'm gonna bag and board it and keep the party going. If you're wondering why I'm bagging and boarding like this, right? Putting it on the top and then sliding it in. They say this is the best way to do it to prevent color rub, right? If you have the board all the way in and you push the book in, the ink on the back can smear, get it, rub off on the backboard, and then you're going to get color rub. So if you want to keep your books, if you're interested in keeping your books minty, 9/8 or such, then that is a really good way to do it. Make sure you push the comic and the backboard into your bag together. All right. We got another book, not bagged or boarded. G.I. Joe. And ain't that some stuff? Look at that. Going head to head. Duke right there going head to head with this Ironside? No. Yeah. That's Hound. Let's see. Yeah, and I haven't read this one either yet, but looks like we got a little race here. If you didn't read the Dreadnought Wars, that was a pretty good side story here in the G.I. Joe Energon verse comics. You had Cobra and Duke in the desert fighting the Dreadnoks. And oh boy, was that it was fun, it was exciting. Now Duke's got a thing against the Transformers, right? Because Duke witnessed one of his friends get blowed up by Starscream. Starscream totally annihilated one of his buddies. So Duke doesn't care what side you're on, Autobot, Decepticon. Duke is like, these robots bad. Kill them all. Let Zertatron sort it out. Or God. Whatever. All right. Let's get another bag and board ready. Yeah, there's a lot of good comics I got to catch up on. And that's part of the reason why we're looking at some older books. Not too old. A couple weeks. We got Captain America number 7. We got the Red Hulk here. It's supposed to be a first appearance in here of a new character. Salvation. And that's them right there. That's Salvation. But yeah, this is a kind of an earlier. It starts off, the Captain America series starts off with like an earlier story of one of Cap's first missions going up against Dr. Doom. And the setting, it's kind of a modern setting, right? So instead of throwing us, it's after Cap gets defrosted, but they set it in present day. Really is an interesting way to do it. But yeah, Captain America, Doom Shadow, Part 2, Chip Zdarsky doing Cap. You know, a lot of people say that Amazing Spider-Man, well, not a lot of people, but a lot of writers and artists kind of steer clear of Amazing Spider-Man because they're scared of that title, right? With that title comes a lot of responsibility and a lot of hardship, and when it fails, it fails. So, Rich, what's up? Comic Cap Collectibles in the house. What is up? What is up? People have been dropping in and dropping out all day, but you're the first one to say what's up. Long time no see. Yeah, I'm finally back to getting my Wednesday show back on the board. We got the Monday show, we got the Wednesday show. Today we're just bagging boarding. But what's funny is that Comic Cap Collectibles shows up right as I showed the Captain America 7 comic with big old red Hulk on the front. Now you press, Rich. So my question is, I assume you're, into taking care of your comics. When you take care of your comics, do you put the bag with the board, like put the comic here and then slide them in together? So, I was reading up and it said that's the best way to do it, because if you do it, with the board all the way in already, when you slide it back, right, the back of the comic rubs against the backboard and you get color rub. So, I just want to confirm with somebody who actually does, takes care of comics, whether that's how they do it or not. Tries to make them as minty as possible. Here's Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, the annual. Every year, unless they come out with more than one annual a year, which then I don't really think makes it an annual. Marvel and DC have taken to just numbering their annuals number 1s each year. So this is the 2026 annual. I don't know why they don't even need to put a number, unless, again, like they said, they're going to come out with multiple annuals. But if you're doing that, then you might as well not call it an annual. Half board in, safest way, I think. Gotcha. Right. So, yeah, either way, you're not going right all the way in, kind of doing that. And I thought I felt some debris on the cover. Yeah. That was a hair. Very short hair. Guess my beard hair got in there. All right, so I got to reload this backboard back into the bag, and then we're going to do it again. Boom. All right, and then I just push it in. Board and book. I also do these little taps on the bottom. Kind of gets the book to fall in a little bit more. That's me. Dagger's in the house. What's up, Dagger? Yo. And he's like, C. Comic Cap Collectibles in the house. What's up, Rich? What's up, Dagger? Dagger, I was shouting you out earlier. I was saying, I do a little comic news at the top, and I was like, I mentioned that Bruce Campbell recently released a statement saying he had cancer. Cancer sucks. And then I said, yo, go check out Dagger. I should have said Dagger Cards. Because, he's doing cancer. You're doing charity for against cancer in honor of your dad who passed away from esophageal cancer. That's to that effect. I said something to that effect earlier. But anyway, go ahead and throw your link in there if you have it ready. All right, so we're catching up on the books that I haven't read yet. Ton of books. Action Comics. These are like prequels, like early Superman tales. This looks like this is very reminiscent. It's not, but it kind of looks like Chris Samney artwork, but it's Del Peche. you know, even if it's not, it looks so much like Chris Samney. I don't know. My camera's having a hard time focusing in on one thing. Maybe if I just center it a little bit more on me. It's a little bit off to the side. See my little teddy bear right there? Yeah, so Action Comics, kind of telling some early tales. Mark Waid working on that, which is good in some ways. It keeps us, like the DCKO stuff has been happening. Actually, today was the last issue of DCKO, which I still got to go pick up my DCKO issues. I don't even read issue 4 yet. So it keeps us kind of out of that. So if you, I don't even want to say if you're a little DCKO'd out, DC knockout out, if you're just a little overwhelmed by the DCKO stuff, there are other books out there that aren't tying in to DCKO. All right, let's see where we at right now. Venom 254. You know what's funny is when Venom 250 came out, my comic shop thought that was a standalone issue. So they never gave me Venom 250. And then I was like, where's my Venom 250? And they were like, so sure it was a standalone issue. They were like, oh, it was a standalone issue. So, I didn't want to just assume you wanted that. I just want to give you the regular series. And then like the next issue, it was like 251. They're like, oh, that's weird. I was like, I didn't realize this was a multiple parter. And then like 252 came out and they were like, oh, they just changed the numbers from the regular series to legacy numbering. And I was like, yeah, boss. So for a while, I didn't have a couple issues of that. I think I'm all caught up though to 254. So we got to get that. Transformers. Look at this epic cover between Optimus Prime and Megatron. These guys can't stop fighting. But these splash pages, ridiculous. Look at this. This is multiple pages of battles. Like, the art in this issue is redonkulous. I don't know. I don't think I showed this page already. Look at Ravage right there. Oh man. So I gotta catch up on these books. Right now I'm actually catching up on my Absolute Batman. And we're gonna catch up on some Amazing Spider-Man. And then I'm either gonna do, I think I gotta do Ultimate Spider-Man if I'm gonna read regular Spider-Man. And then I want to catch up on the Energon universe. It's just too good not to catch up on. Resting my legs. How many steps do you get today? It's 25,000 at least every day, right? So at minimum, you're doing 25,000 steps a day, Dagger? Is that what it is? The Collector P is in the house. Yo, what's up, Cup? Yo, what's up, Couple Comics? That's what it actually said. Boom. What's up, Collector P? Collector P in the house. Just showing some of I'm bagging and boarding, basically. I should have called this not New Comic Book Day, but I should have called it Bagging and Boarding Day. I've been backlogged on my comics. Slowly, I wouldn't even say slowly catching up, but maybe quickly falling behind. So many things happening in the real world these days that comics have taken, I don't want to say a backseat, but they're not number one priority at the moment. Here we go, Dagger. I got something for you. We've got the Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn. Yes. This is issue 14, by the way, coming out this month. That's the cover right there. But this is issue 13. This. He has clearly shot this monster in half. We're going to open up to page 1 because page 1 has a crazy, just opens up right with a guy hanging from a tree. But that's the Gunslinger for you. So the Gunslinger Spawn, though, this one anyway, Deadly Tales, is kind of an origin book. This is telling you everything that's happened to the Gunslinger before he ends up in the Gunslinger book that is out now. Written by Jimmy Palmiotti, right? Pretty well-known writer, pretty good. Known for doing Harley Quinn with his wife, Amanda Connor. We have Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. All right. I finished day 4 today. I'm hurting a bit, but still not as bad as the Big C. Yeah, the Big C sucks. That's the best way to put it. It just sucks. What we got going on here? All right, next book. We have The Curse of Shirley Johnson. It took a couple of months for this book to come out. I'm pretty sure issue 3 came out sometime in 2025. Here we got issue 4. And Shirley Johnson was killed by Billy Kincaid in like issue 5 of Spawn. And this book is kind of a telling of what happened to Shirley Johnson. All right. She pretty much ends up in hell, living kind of the same life over and over and over again. Really insane. Insane in the brain. Ooh, this is a pretty horrific cover. And like, you just wouldn't expect your cover art to be a guy on a bike hit by a car, but that's World Tree for you. The book by James Tynion IV, and this is really about what happens if the dark web, the internet, dark net takes over the world. The art is pretty staccato, choppy, if you will, but good, if not great. So I like World Tree. Again, got to catch up on World Tree, but James Tynion, it's a really good writer. He's been doing a good job for a while now. So I got no complaints. With his writing or his direction. I mean, Something is Killing the Children is cool. Though I feel like people aren't talking about it like they were, but also it's been a lot of backstory, if you will, because I believe the original premise of Something is Killing Children, the original story, was supposed to be told in like 14 issues or something. So the fact that it's 40 some odd issues out now, or I could be totally, I don't even know what issue it's on right now, is cray. All right, let's see. Got a couple of other books. Some I already read, by the way. So here are some of the books I've already read. I felt much better after a shower this afternoon. Yeah, showers are good. Nice hot shower, warm shower. Sometimes I even take a bath. Get a little Epsom salt, put it in the water, get that bath going. My LCS had some Spawn books stolen recently. I feel like we mentioned that on Monday. I think you were telling Cliff, right? Or somebody was telling Cliff. That sucks. I mean, that really sucks. Spawn is a pretty popular title. I mean, there are some Spawn books that are worth a lot of money too, because they're low print runs and stuff like that. Uh, like early Spawn titles though aren't worth that much just because they were so heavily printed. And then once you get into like, I want to say like the 90s, maybe even the 70s, they're not printed as heavily anymore. I mean, they weren't printed heavily for a while, but you start getting new characters coming out, medieval Spawn and gunslinger Spawn. And a lot of those books then become valuable because you have these Spawn characters that are very popular showing up, and there's not a lot of those books out. But that sucks. It sucks that they got. I was hit by a car on my bike. Not fun. Not fun at all. Yikes. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're good enough to. Well, I'm just glad you're okay. And the fact that you're here after getting hit by a car while on your bike, just, I guess, reinforces the fact that you might be okay. I hope you're okay. Sheesh. That's insane. I hope you're alright. I need some Epsom salt. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. My bad. Oh no, it's fine. Bring it up again. There might be people here who didn't hear that story, so it's always worth it. So you need some Epsom salt and some matcha, and then you'll be feeling great. Yup, and the expensive ones too. That sucks. They couldn't take the non-expensive ones. They had to go for the expensive stuff. Do you know if they were slabbed or were they raw? Because if they're slabbed, there's probably a better chance. I mean, the chances of finding those books aren't that good. But if they are, if they were slabbed, the serial numbers, they might be able to recover them if thieves don't think to crack them out of the slab. Hate to give them ideas if they're watching. Took me a year of chiropractor to fix my back. I was very lucky. Yikes. Yikes. That is not fun at all. My brother one time got hit by a car too when he was riding on a bike. And then my sister got hit by a car while she was walking across the street at a crosswalk during a stop sign and a red. No, it was at a stop sign. So they knew exactly what they were looking for. No, they were underneath. Damn. Like they were underneath everything in a bin. Yeah, they had probably located them and just thought, like they don't know. Maybe they thought the store didn't know what they had under there or something, but that definitely sounds targeted. Definitely sounds targeted. This book is fun, guys, by the way. Absolute Batman. It's absolutely bonkers. I read this one with Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman. And then you got Killer Croc, Absolute Killer Croc. And basically, Batman sacrifices himself. Like, oh man, there's a whole thing. Like, his friends are all messed up, right? Because Bruce decided to be the Batman, and his friends were like, yeah, we're a gang, we'll do this together. And then they all get like wrecked by Bane, right? Like destroyed. Like Harvey Dent's skull gets ripped in two. Penguin Oswald Cobblepot basically gets his chin ripped off. I'm trying to think. Who else? Oh, right. Waylon gets turned into, the Killer Croc. So lots of things happen. So Batman goes to visit his friends, and Oswald kind of lays into him. And, he realizes he can't really do much for them, but he knows that Croc over here is just getting progressively worse and worse, turning into more and more of a lizard. So he approaches Wonder Woman, who he had met up in Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman, right? And he's like, I need something for my friend, to kind of help solve this. So they go on a mission. Batman risks it all, life and limb. And, he makes it out. Whether the object he got is going to work or not remains to be seen. Because then we read Absolute Batman number 17 with Poison Ivy. And I didn't seal it yet, so I'll pull this one out. And man, the Poison Ivy character is crazy. By the way, here's another quick cameo from Harley Quinn. She keeps popping in and out of the book. Eventually, maybe she'll make a full appearance. This Poison Ivy, unlike the regular DC Universe Poison Ivy, this one uses all the DNA to make all the things. It's Batman getting ready to go in. Got the mask on, spores everywhere, right? Mushroom clouds. But yeah, this Poison Ivy is using, just to simplify what we find out in the book, she's using plant DNA, she's using animal, human DNA, she's using insect DNA, she's using sea life DNA. She's using, mammals, insects, arachnids, whatever. All the DNA. Let's see. Oh, wow, yeah. I had a close call recently, too, with a car to Yeah, it's crazy, because you just never know. You think you're safe, and then somebody doesn't see the light, or decides to go early, or doesn't see you, and just breaking the law. It's crazy. Nice. I shared the video. The LCS had good cameras, so I'm sure they will find them. Nice. Could you make out the suspects in the video? Were they wearing masks and stuff, or did they just go in totally faces revealed, looking up at the cameras too, hey? Nice. This Harley, though, is a little bit different. I don't know how you feel about this Harley. Actually, let me seal this one, because I read it, so I can seal it. These things, I am destroying the universe with, not even the planet, the universe, with those little plastic tabs. All right. We'll get that off the screen. We got ASM number 20. And you got Spidey over here punching the Hobgoblin in the face. But what you do have in this book is you have some spider team ups. Right? So you got Aranya, she's over here. Miles is over here. Spider-Gwen is down there. Silk is right there. Forget this guy's name. New character. Like, it's kind of like a Captain America shield. I keep forgetting his name. And then the Spider-Man is actually Osborn. So, but this is like his last hurrah as the Spider-Man, because in the next issue we have the return of Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Which, here we go, we got issue 21. Yep, they had good photos of him. Wow. Oh, you know, they could have just did it while they were there, right? Walked in, grabbed them, and walked out. So you got Norman, all bloodied up there. And here we go. You got the Green Goblin here. Norman Osborn is going through some stuff, and he's trying to be Spider-Man because Peter's gone, and he's just trying to be that outstanding citizen because he needs it. He needs a win. Right? He's been a villain for so long that he just wants to be the good guy. And here we go. And he just does everything he can to just be the good guy, including big old fights with the Hobgoblin. And I know I said Peter returns in this issue, but he does kind of, I think, at the end of the issue. But I think 22 might be the big Peter returns. Yeah, here he is. And he just gives Harry a big old hug. And yeah, like, I don't know if I said Harry again, but Norman Osborn, he's going through some stuff. I don't know if people realize like the mental health implications in this book for Norman Osborn, but there are a lot, and they really do cover it well. Now, I did read this issue, so, and it was a while back actually I read this one, but we got to make sure that it's in the CLZ app. So we're going to use the CLZ app. And apparently I did not scan it. So now it is scanned in the CLZ app. So we are good to go there. All right, I think this is the last book. Good guys always win. That's what I like to hear. Mental health is it's really important. And I think a lot of that Spider-Man, whether you know it or not, subconsciously anyway, is like, it's kind of like, hey man, you get by with help from your friends, you know? Or sometimes you just need a hug, you know? Or you don't have to do it all yourself. Those are kind of the things they were pulling out. All right, so what we got here is Exquisite Corpses. This is issue number 10. Right? Yep, this is issue number 10. This is the cover C. It comes with the collectible card game, the Exquisite Corpses card game, which will be coming out this year. I think it's supposed to be coming out very soon, honestly. I thought it was supposed to come out in March or April of this year. So we'll see. But each one of these comes with an exclusive card that you get by buying the comics. So this is just a little backboard. And this is the card. Ooh. Rascal Randy. It's a hologram. So that's cool. It's got like holofoil on it. I think this is the only one I've gotten with this kind of like foil treatment on it. So that's cool. That's pretty dope. So we're gonna put that. So typically what I do with the book, so I'll put the book in, and then I put this little insert on the back side, and then I'll throw the card in there too. So each issue has the card and the book. Rascal Randy. Get in there, rascally rabbit. And then this guy, we'll just throw it out. Hugs are awesome. I love hugs, man. Hugs. Love a good hug. And nothing beats a good hug. Cards. Nice. Yes. Have you bought any? No, I have not. You know, I was thinking about going to get some today. I just busy, which sucks. I could have made time. And I was going to go to my CLS card, local card shop, LCS. It's the same as local comic shop. I don't know. Because I have like $30 credit at that store. But yeah, like I said, super busy. I think that's all the books. I mean, that's not all the books, because I definitely read another book. But I don't know where it is. Probably like in my room somewhere. Oh well. I do want to get some TMNT cards though, like desperately. I do have two comics over here that I'm gonna throw in a new bag, but we're gonna use some Silver Age bags for bag and boards for those. But these books don't have covers on them, so that's the. I got them at a thrift shop a while back. There are some classic X-Men books, including X-Men 100, but they don't have covers, so that's the sad part. I think I'm gonna just print, just do a at-home print, at least of what should be on the cover, and then just throw that like in the back of the bag. So then, we at least have an idea of what they're supposed to look like. But yeah, I'm definitely going to grab some TMNT cards when I get a chance. maybe then try to grab a box or something. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. All right, so here are my coverless X-Men books, which I bought for $1. This is X-Men number 100. Coverless. Love the ads inside these. The old school ads. This book came out in the 70s, by the way. 76. Issue number 100 came out in 1976. Kind of before my time. The classic pow. Is that Professor X? Pow. Professor X just powed Wolverine. Yeah, I forgot. This is like some kind of clone or something. Oh yeah, they're like, here you go. Let's see if you can see the yeah, there it is. Like they're robots, androids or something. So they look good. Yeah, they're in good shape, minus the fact that they don't have covers. So let me see. I want to see if I can show you what the covers look like. So I'll just go to cover price. All right, they got the word cover in the title. Uncanny X-Men number 100. Apparently I got logged out. I always click the keep me logged in button and it never keeps me logged in. And I hate that. There we go. The website freaked out on me. Not sure why, but it did. All right, so let's share that. There you go. So this is issue number 100, in case you didn't know. Now you know. Yeah, so that's issue number 100 right there. So pretty classic cover. I think I bought a slabbed version of this comic. So, and then the other X-Men book that I have that's missing the cover is X-Men number 114. So let's go see what X-Men number 114's cover looks like. As I put this in the bag. X-Men number 114. The day the X-Men died. So that's issue number 114. And let's take a quick look at the inside of this one. You got the Wendigo. And looks like Rogue. Now this one is a little bit more banged up. The back page has a tear. And we have Carlos to thank for that. I'm going to blame it on Carlos because his name's on the comic. Thanks, Carlos. There is a nice kind of pinup on the very, very back with Storm. Kind of sad that got a little rippity ripped, but it looks like the best parts are still there. And let's check out some of the interior stuff. Just the ads. And here we go. We're in the Savage Lands. So yeah, we'll put this bad boy in a new bagging board anyway. And we'll push that in here. So we got some. You know what? And not that I would want my X-Men books to be coverless, but honestly, in the bags and boards, they don't look that bad. I might get some Mylar so they're like extra shiny and just like hang these on a wall somewhere because I think they're actually pretty cool. I wouldn't want them to get too discolored though, so we got to hang them in a dark room. But yeah, that's that. And do like the message out here. Mental health is very important, 100%. So thank you, Dagger, for that. All right, so here we go. We're going to do a bonus entry for my 1,000 subscriber slab giveaway on this show. All you got to do is after the show's over, go into the comment section and put in hashtag 1K giveaway. All right, so you just go into, again, the comment section and you put in hashtag 1K giveaway. So in the hashtag section, well, not the hash, in the comment section after this video is over, go do that. And if my pen would work, I'm trying to write myself the reminder that I told you guys to put that in there. Hashtag 1K giveaway. All right, so guys, remember after the show's over, head to the comment section and go ahead and put in hashtag 1K giveaway. And you'll earn an extra entry into my 1K sub giveaway. Are you wondering what the book is that I'm giving away? Well, I guess you should be, because I haven't told you what it is yet, and I haven't revealed it yet. But if you do want to know what the book is, I'll post the link of the video, and you guys can go check it out. Check it all out. What's it all about? And it's definitely not that video. Probably should have had the video ready for you guys. Here it is. Found it. So yeah, if you want to know what the book is, then just head on over to this link and boom. Booyaka, booyaka. All right, guys. So we're going to peace out. We are out of here. I hope everybody has an awesome evening, has an awesome night. What's funny is I got the video right now over here, but I am, I'd say I'm roughly 51 minutes behind on this video. So I'm kind of rewatching what I did earlier. Not bad. Not bad. I like what I see. No. Anyway, guys, I don't like the fact that I'm not on center for most of it. I'm actually to the side. I thought I was more centered up, but I wasn't. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Thank you for being here. If you still don't know what books are coming out this week, yesterday I dropped the new Comic Book Day preview video. If you want to have a good time, be entertained, go ahead and check us out on Monday nights, Monday Night Raw Books. We did one this Monday, past Monday. And then I got some unboxing and stuff coming up. From this day forward, I'm pretty busy this week, so I don't think I'll have any more videos coming out till Sunday. Unless I can pump one out right now. Anyway, be on the lookout. Maybe I'll have one ready for tomorrow. Peace, deuces. We are out. If you like the content, don't forget to like. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell and go ahead and throw me that thumbs up. All right. So, yeah, love you guys all. And we usually save the dancer for Mondays, but... All right, guys. Have a great night. Take it easy. And check out Dagger. Dagger's doing his own thing right now. Go support Dagger Cards. Deuces. Peace. We're out. See you next week. When I have more books. Like 3 weeks worth of books.